Having two numeric variables, we often want to know whether they are correlated and how. One simple command can answer both questions by visualizing the data and conducting frequentists and Bayesian correlation analysis at the same time. So let's learn how to do that, how to interpret all these results, and how to choose the right correlation method in the first place. ggscatterstats function from ggstatsplot package is probably the best way to conduct correlation analysis. Within this function, we need to specify only 4 arguments. First, our data. For example, let's take mtcars, which you already have in R, so you don't need to look for it. X as one of your numeric variables, for example, horsepower of cars. Y would be your second numeric variable, let's take the acceleration to a quarter mile, and the type of statistical approach. We choose parametric for the classic Pearson's correlation, and we'll get back to other approaches later. ggscatterstats function has of course many more useful arguments, but using only 4 of them already results in this statistically rich and publication-ready plot. Now let's interpret the results. T-statistics was previously used to manually calculate p-value, but nowadays, since p-values are calculated by computers, we can safely ignore it. Our very low p-value shows a very strong evidence against the null hypothesis that there is no correlation between our variables, in favor of the alternative hypothesis that horsepower of cars and their acceleration are correlated. The bias factor of -8.25 in our example agrees with the p-value by showing a decisive evidence for the alternative hypothesis that correlation exists. However, neither p-value nor bias factor can say how strong this correlation is, and in which direction, positive or negative, it goes. Pearson's correlation coefficient can say both. First, the minus in front of our correlation coefficient points to a negative correlation, namely the increase in horsepower of cars decreases their quarter-mile time. In other words, the stronger the car, the faster it accelerates. Secondly, correlation coefficient R itself is the effect size and ranges from -1 for the perfect negative correlation to 1 for the perfect positive correlation. The further R is from 0 and the closer R is to 1 or -1, the stronger the correlation between two variables is. Our correlation of -0.71 shows high negative correlation. But since no statistical method is perfect, we should use several methods for the same question in order to be more certain. And that's exactly what ggscatterstats does. It provides a second measure of the effect size, namely Bayesian Pearson's correlation coefficient, with 95% highest density intervals. Interestingly, Bayesian correlation is not high, like in the frequentist example, but moderately negative. So if two methods don't agree, which of them should we trust? Well, I would take the Bayesian one because it is less susceptible to not linearly or not normally distributed data. However, it is much better to use a non-parametric, Spearman, rank-based correlation analysis instead of Pearson. Fortunately, the only thing you need to change in ggscatterstats function is the type argument from parametric to non-parametric. Moreover, if we find some outliers in our data, we can apply a robust correlation to decrease the influence of those outliers. After learning how to check correlation between two numeric variables, you might wonder how to check the association between two categorical variables. Well, this video will show you a quick and effective way.